Okay, today under energy changes, we'll be going through bond energy calculations. Bond energy is the energy required to overcome the bond between two atoms. It is also the energy evolved when the bond is being formed. For example, the CC single bond found in ethane has a bond energy of 346 kilojoules per mole. This means that 346 kilojoules is required to break 1 mole of CC single bonds. Conversely, 346 kilojoules will be evolved when 1 mole of CC single bonds are being formed. The CC double bond found in ethene has a bond energy of 602 kJ per mole, a higher value compared to the CC single bond, which is 346 kJ per mole. More energy is required to break 1 mole of CC double bond, and more energy is evolved when 1 mole of CC double bonds are formed. Let's take a look at this example over here. We have an example of addition of hydrogen to ethene to form ethane. So this diagram that's shown over here is showing the structural formula. So this molecule over here is known as ethene, and this molecule over here is known as ethane. To find the overall enthalpy change of this reaction, we will need the bond energy of each type of the bond in the reaction. So we need to look at two parts of the reaction. The first is bond breaking. So looking at the reactant side, we need to determine what bonds are being broken. And then looking at the product side, we need to determine what bonds are being formed. And you can use the bond energy that's given in this table over here. So if you take a look over here, then bonds broken, there's only one CC double bond that's being broken, which is over here, the one that's circled. And then there are 4 C single H bonds, which is over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And lastly, there's one hydrogen-hydrogen single bond that's being broken. And thus, the total energy required to break these bonds is, you just take the total sum of these numbers and it will give you 2,678 kilojoules per mole. Doing the same thing that you did for bond broken, now you need to do the bonds that are formed. So the bonds that are formed is 1 CC single bond and 6 single CH bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So looking at the table, take the respective values and you will get the numbers over here. And do the same thing, find the total energy required to form these bonds. You take the total sum and it will be 2,812 kilojoules per mole. How do you calculate the overall enthalpy change? You take bond breaking minus bond forming. So 2,678 kilojoule per mole minus away 2,812 kilojoule per mole, you will get negative 134 kilojoule per mole. Since the overall enthalpy change is negative, the reaction is exothermic. Why? Because when delta H is negative, it is exothermic. Don't forget to include your sign when they're asking you to calculate the overall enthalpy change. And that is 2 minutes of chemistry. See you next time.